Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Memento Mori. Moi drodzy, kontynuujemy naszą przygodę jako Lara. Ogólnie znajdujemy się w mieszkaniu naszej ciotki, do której został przetransportowany Max. Max, który miał nieszczęśliwy wypadek i jest delikatnie chory, ale mam nadzieję, że szybko dojdzie do siebie.
I'd better let him sleep.
Dobra, widzę, że mamy matrioszki, ale tylko 3. Nie są interaktywne, mogę wejść za to do pokoju cioci. Za chwilę tam wejdziemy i spróbujemy z nią porozmawiać, o ile ją w ogóle zastaniemy w domu, ale najpierw się tutaj jeszcze troszeczkę rozejrzę.
I used to play, but that was ages ago. I'd better not even try.
DJ Jackan by tu zrobił niezłą imprezę.
An old family keepsake. I remember my mum making tea for me in it.
No okej. W sumie to jest tylko tyle, chociaż nie mamy jeszcze jakąś zasłonę.
My aunt, dad and I never had a lot of kitchenware, so there's probably just a lot of junk.
I to jest już wszystko. W naszym ekwipunku mamy tylko i wyłącznie telefon. Dobra, jest cioteczka. A ta ciotka wygląda jakby tutaj... karty tarota? Jakaś szklana kula? Czyżby nasza ciotka była wróżką?
I've already offered to buy a decent TV for her. But would she agree?
He looks a bit like Sergei, don't you think? Although he was a bit taller and had fair hair.
Maybe a little bit. So you don't mind him staying here for a while?
Of course not. You have feelings for him, don't you?
I feel responsible for him. He's in this mess because of me.
There's something strange about him. But I think you would make a nice couple.
You think so? Max and me? No, it would never work, I'm sure.
You are too transparent, my little girl. How on earth can you be a policewoman?
You're the only one who takes me for a little girl these days. But let's stop this. You will look after him, won't you? And don't scare him, no cards.
The cards were good for your grandma, your mama, and for me too. Perhaps you should change your mind about them, Lara.
We've been through this before. Let's leave it for another day, shall we? I've got to go now. Take care.
A może ja chciałem, żeby mi ciotka tutaj wywróżyła z kart.
My tarot readings were never favorable. Moreover, their predictions usually came true.
A widzisz, Laro, czyli jednak twoja ciotka umie przewidywać przyszłość. Więc to, że ty wyjdziesz za Maxa, to też jest prawdopodobne.
My aunt never really recovered from Sergei's death. No wonder. She lost her only son. Perhaps that's why she refuses to let go of all that occult nonsense.
Dobra, mamy tutaj telewizor, ale to, co z niego leci, to brzmi jakby było puszczone od tyłu.
I like my aunt, but her world is full of ghosts and the supernatural. Well, I guess it's too late to try to change her. When I was little, my aunt would put my hair in plaits in front of this mirror. I can still remember it.
No dobra, porozmawialiśmy sobie z cioteczką. Obejrzeliśmy tak naprawdę wszystko, co było możliwe, chociaż nie, mamy jeszcze afrykańską maskę.
Her son bought her this from the Congo when he was there with his unit. It's one of the few things of his that she has.
Ta maska idealnie wprowadza klimat takiej, wiecie, wróżb i tak dalej do tego pokoju. Zresztą tam też jest pełno szamanów i tak dalej.
I'll definitely come.
Dobra, to co w takim razie mielibyśmy zrobić? Mogę skorzystać z telefonu. Mogę zadzwonić na przykład do Ostankowicza.
I don't think we need to talk right now.
Okej, Diego Jimenez.
I'm not eager to have this conversation right now.
Do Maxa nie będziemy dzwonić, ponieważ jest w sąsiednim pokoju i jest delikatnie nieprzytomny. Po pizzę raczej też nie będę dzwonił. No dobra, może wieczorem sobie zamówię.
Take care, Max.
Dreams. Windows into other worlds, into pleasant memories, into the darkest corners of the conscience. We don't choose dreams. They choose us.
Are you finally up and about? You were always a world-class sleeper, but a whole day? That's impressive even by your standards.
And I see you haven't lost your taste for childish humor. How did you get here, Andre?
Lara called me. She said my big brother was on the verge of dying. So naturally I jumped on the first plane here. I was worried I might need to donate my blood or a kidney or something, but here you are, sleeping away.
You shouldn't have come. I'm up to my neck in something scary.
Still the overprotective older brother, eh? I took time off and I'm staying here until you go home.
I'm being forced into this by the cops. And you know why. I can't just leave.
Well, that's another reason for me to stick around and keep you out of trouble. I'm staying and that's final. Now, how about getting some fresh air? It'll do you good.
I had a terrible dream. Do you remember how you fell into the lake? It's a bad omen.
To tell the truth, I've got better memories. And you can't scare me away with talk of bad omens either. Now, move it. We won't get anywhere by standing around chatting. And now it's one thing after the other. What do they want from you?
A teraz po kolei, czego oni od ciebie chcą? Odpowiedź pozytywna, odpowiedź negatywna bądź pytająco. Z tego co wiem i co powiedział mi Pikor w komentarzu, w zależności od tego jakie będziemy tutaj wybierać odpowiedzi, będzie miało to wpływ na zakończenie. Dobra, ale jest to nasz młodszy brat, który się o nas troszczy i się martwi o nas, więc bądźmy nastawieni pozytywnie.
Well, it'll take a long time to explain.
And do you have anything to drink here? I haven't had a drop since I landed.
Damn it, Andre, how do you manage to make everything seem so banal?
Make yourself at home, brother, and tell me everything.
You're driving me crazy. Good. There were 2 break-ins in the Hermitage on 2 consecutive nights. On top of that, I was there at the time of the second break-in.
Sure. And you finished off your party with the thieves with a nice cool bath. Lara told me all about it.
In any case, at the last moment, I caught a glimpse of the stolen painting, The Christian Martyr, by Paul de la Roche.
That's a great clue. Now all you have to do is find out who would be interested in the work of art.
That's just it. Hundreds of traffickers and collectors would be interested in such a painting. It's just too large a group of people.
Hey, don't think like a policeman. After all, you sold paintings yourself. Think like a criminal.
Are you going to hold that over me for the rest of my life? Wait, Andre, you are right. This could really lead us somewhere. I just need to find out who specializes in the 19th century. I still have the email address of an old contact, Malvin. He should be able to gather some interesting information.
Exactly, because the seller will need an expert to assess the work. See, you'll figure it out yourself in the end. Let's get down to work now.
Thanks. You really helped me. Please hold on a second. Let me write the mail to Malvin, and then I will come back to you. I have something else on my mind to talk about.
No dobra. Powracamy do Maxa i jego przygody.
Malvin doesn't like to get mail reminding him of the past. But I lost my cell phone beneath the Hermitage, and my address book is back in France, so I don't have a lot of choice.
Join the rest of us in the 21st century. You can go through your contacts from the computer here. Russia isn't in the Dark Ages.
Just forget I said it. Thanks.
Czyli możemy skorzystać z komputera. No dobra, wygląda troszeczkę jak taki PRL-owski zabytek.
Max, your cell phone is somewhere beneath the hermitage, so take this one. I've saved 2 numbers on it, mine and Ostankovich's. Add the rest yourself, if you like.
Mam komórkę. Świetnie. Jak tutaj wygląda internet, ale jak to wszystko wolno chodzi. No dobra, czytaj wiadomość. Szanowny panie Durand, pańska nieobecność na 2 z 3 zaplanowanych wykładów w tym tygodniu wskazuje, że nie traktuje pan poważnie naszej oferty na uniwersytecie. Dlatego nie uważamy już pana za kandydata na stanowisko profesora gościnnego. Z wyrazami szacunku, Che Burte. Spadaj, gościu.
Maybe later. I'll write to her as soon as I have more information.
E-mail został wysłany. No powiem tak, nie chcę krytykować tego komputera, ale korzystanie z niego nie sprawiało mi przyjemności. Chodziło to wszystko jak krew z nosa. Ale najważniejsze, że mają tutaj internet.
Perhaps they left some food for me in the fridge. Not much, that's a pity.
Ale alkoholu pewnie tutaj nie brakuje, byś się mógł napić jakieś wódeczki albo piweczka. Nie żebyśmy promowali alkohol na tym kanale. Ale wiecie, wszystko jest dla ludzi, ale z rozumem. Trzeba znać swoje umiary, tak?
There's just some kitchenware in the cupboard.
Mamy notesik.
Well, Lara doesn't need it, and I could use it.
Tak, będziemy zapisywać tutaj wszystkie swoje notatki.
An ordinary old piano. I don't know much about these things. I like listening to music, but that's about it. I wrote Melvin the mail for help, but Ostankowicz won't be overjoyed when he hears my version with monks and the stolen de la Roche.
Go for a walk, look again at everything in the Hermitage, talk to people to refresh your mind, and perhaps you'll discover something new, something more conventional, so to speak. Something Ostankowicz will like better than the monks.
That's a good idea.
Za chwilę na pewno wyjdziemy z tego mieszkania, ale jeszcze pójdę do pokoju cioci. Jestem ciekaw, czy z nią też będę mógł porozmawiać. A może to ciocia wykona dla mnie jakąś wróżbę?
Good morning. I'm Maksim Durand. Lara told me I could stay here for a while.
Of course I welcome you to our humble abode. Tell me, do you believe in a higher power? In fate?
No, I don't trust in such things. Not since a certain time.
Oh, what happened to you?
I don't like talking about it.
Never mind. But since you don't believe in anything, you won't mind my telling your fortune from the cards?
Możemy odpowiedzieć albo negatywnie, albo pozytywnie. Z racji tego, że jesteśmy tutaj gościem i ciotka przyjęła nas pod swój dach, bądźmy też nastawieni pozytywnie.
Well, why not? I'm your guest, so I won't decline.
Great. Come closer then. Don't be afraid. Do you see? Greater Arcana. Your past, present, and future. All in 21 cards. The wisdom of the ages.
Well, I should tell you up front that I don't really believe in such things.
You say you don't believe, but I can sense your fear. You don't need to be ashamed. Very few can look at their fate without trembling.
It's all nonsense. Has anything that you ever predicted come true?
I knew my son would die. I knew when and I knew how.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean to.
It's all in the past. What will you do? Are you going to take a card?
Mogę sobie wybrać kartę, tak? Okej. Dobra, wybierzmy sobie kartę pierwszą z brzegu.
The Hanged Man, number 12, planet Neptune, the Hebrew letter Mem. The man hanging upside down is Odin. He sacrificed himself for knowledge, hung upside down for 9 days, weak and hurt, and then illumination came. He understood the meaning of the runes that he was searching for.
And what does that have to do with me?
Illumination is awaiting you, knowledge, but it will come at a cost. You'll have to pay for it, sooner or later. Just like he did, you'll pass a test. Take another card.
No dobra, skoro wzięliśmy pierwszą z brzegu po lewej stronie, weźmy teraz pierwszą z brzegu po prawej.
Number 6, Vav, the High Priest. He who stands on the borders of two worlds, of this world and the spiritual world to which he holds the key. He possesses a secret. But that's not you. It's someone you will meet. Someone new. Someone who knows the path. Next card.
Jestem ciekaw, ile tych kart będę musiał wybrać. Weźmy teraz ze środka.
The world. The last 21st card. In the Kabbalah, it's called Tav. It symbolizes a perfect union, but also a transition. The end of one cycle and the beginning of the next one. The highest goal. The full circle.
Well, this is not exactly specific, is it?
Don't tell me you can't sense it. You're on a path that's going to change your whole life. And there's danger everywhere around you. Deadly danger. I don't need cards to know that. I felt it as soon as you stepped over the threshold.
Maybe I should go now.
One more card.
I don't think this is a good idea.
A card. Point to it.
Jeszcze jedną kartę. No dobra, po raz kolejny pierwszą z brzegu.
You won't even turn it over? Not even to see your own future there?
Please, look at it yourself. I'm leaving. To be honest, I've got enough trouble of my own as it is, without you scaring me.
Me turn it over? No. It's already been decided who will turn it over, and it's not me. The card stays where it is.
Dajcie mi znać w komentarzu, co sądzicie o tego typu numerologii, astronomii, astrologii, wróżbach, horoskopach itd., itd. Czy wy w to wszystko wierzycie, czy jednak macie do tego takie, wiecie, podchodzicie do tego z dystansem? No ja podchodzę z dystansem, nie wierzę w to do końca.
It says Sergei here. I think Lara said he died quite young. A crystal ball. Do people really still believe in that nonsense?
Aczkolwiek słyszałem od osób, które były u wróżki, że jak na przykład coś tam zgubiły, nie wiem, jakiś telefon, klucze, portfel itd., poszli do wróżki, to wróżka im powiedziała, gdzie faktycznie te przedmioty się znajdują. Tak więc, no nie wiem, ja podchodzę do tego sceptycznie.
Quite a nice mirror with drawers. There's some old photographs under the frame.
No okej.
This obviously isn't the newest type, but it apparently lasts. I'm not going to listen to her anymore. I don't need her scaring me with her nonsense.
Może noty z damy?
I don't need to note anything down.
Albo telefon, niech sobie zadzwoni gdzieś. Nie, no dobra, żartuję.
We're quite lucky we have a place to stay. Maybe we should thank Lara again.
Perhaps you should. And if you were more interested in her, it wouldn't do any harm either.
I don't get it. Did I miss something?
You just answered your own question. You're missing something. You won't live forever, Max. Try to pay more attention to what's going on around you.
That's exactly what I needed. A well-thought-out sermon. Thanks.
Po prostu Max nie widzi tego, że Lara się nim interesuje.
Hello, Max. I was just saying to myself that I could take a look at the database you spoke about. Unofficially, of course.
No need to pursue that, Lara. I've contacted someone who will definitely help us. I just need to wait for his answer.
That's great. Let me know how it goes.
Sure. Bye for now.
Dobra, zobaczmy na komputer, czy dostaliśmy już jakąś wiadomość zwrotną. Zakończenie współpracy. Okej, czyli nic jeszcze nie przyszło. Dobra. Wyjdźmy na zewnątrz i zobaczmy, gdzie będę mógł się udać. Obstawiam, że do muzeum. Mamy Ermitaż, mamy ciocię, mamy też milicję. To może zanim udamy się do muzeum, odwiedzimy Ostankowicza.
Yes, your end. Do you need anything? I hope you're better now and that you can concentrate on your work.
Tak, bądźmy pozytywni.
I want to thank you for looking for me that night.
You can thank me by solving this case.
I think I have a lead.
Yes, go on.
It's connected to the painting the cowled figure was carrying.
Enough. I'm only interested in the painting. I've had it discreetly appraised, and we know it's a fake hanging in the Hermitage now. What else have you got?
It just occurred to me that there were 2 break-ins. Did you check the other exhibits as well?
Wasn't that your job? But instead of focusing on paintings, you chased a hooded phantom. We need to close the case as soon as possible, without unnecessary delays and without drawing attention from outsiders. Now get out of here. I've got other matters to attend to.
Ostankowicz jak zwykle przemiły dla nas. Coś mamy tutaj u niego na biurku, co byśmy mogli zabrać? Chyba nie. A po tej stronie? Też nie. No dobra. Chodźmy zatem do muzeum. Dwóch mężczyzn.
I won't disturb them. They're engrossed in discussion.
What about the location? Have you had any more feedback?
I've just spoken to the agent. We're still waiting for the response of the critics.
W sumie to mogłem podsłuchać, o czym rozmawiają, ale dobra. Zrobimy to później.
Do you want to discuss this here in public?
And when? It was your idea.
I won't interrupt their conversation.
To stay at home.
We'll discuss it later then. Don't.
Mnie tak naprawdę interesuje to miejsce. O, kosz na śmieci. Mogę do niego zajrzeć.
You still haven't told me
The photos littering the basket won't be any good to me.
in our car.
There's a number of discarded photos. Always the same thing from the same angle.
Ale mnie tak naprawdę interesuje to miejsce.
The barriers are back in their place, and a guard is there. So what else could it be I missed yesterday?
Outrageous.
There are many other exhibits to look at here.
I buy a ticket and all I get is a corridor with barriers.
Yes. Do you need something?
Well, not really. Thanks. I'll take a look around and come back to you later.
I come here every week.
Tutaj mamy kamerę.
I didn't notice the security camera yesterday. It could reveal something.
There are many other exhibits to look
Ha!
at here.
This little baby sees everything.
There's a corridor with
Gdyby udało nam się dotrzeć w jakiś sposób do materiałów z tej kamery.
Yes. Do you need something?
Those security cameras. Are they on all the time?
Sure.
And the recordings are stored?
Of course. You never know when you might need them. The police have just taken them. I really don't know why.
I see. Thanks.
I come here every
Czyli udamy się po prostu na posterunek policji
is in the
i zobaczymy, co uda nam się tam załatwić.
That's outrageous.
Ja myślę, że Ostankowicz już ma dostęp do tych nagrań.
Ticket and all I
Mógłbym do niego zadzwonić, ale lepiej przyjechać się osobiście. Ostankowicz nie jest zbyt chętny na rozmowy telefoniczne. Za każdym razem kończy się tak samo. Nie chciałem tu wracać.
Yes, your end. Do you need anything?
Tak, potrzebuję.
Well, have you found out anything yet?
I hear you took the camera recordings from the Hermitage. Is there something interesting on them?
Unfortunately, there isn't. They were switched off during the failure. I hoped to see who damaged the painting that hides the secret passage. Curiously, we couldn't find anything.
What do you mean?
The recording from the time of the break-in is nowhere to be found, and nobody knows where it's gone. Overwritten. Our technical boys think it might have been a virus of some sort. Our technicians managed to capture a few images from the hard disk where data was saved before it's written onto the backup CDs. But most of it was already overwritten. Unfortunately, the images we have don't show how the painting was damaged. The guard should have been in a position to notice something, except that during the crucial period he left his post to answer the call of nature. He's no help to us at all. But at least it proves that the exchange of Delaroche, yes, you were right about that too, and the damage of the painting in front of the secret door were interconnected events.
Despite that, you don't want to run a more thorough analysis which would help us find out if perhaps something else disappeared the night before? I understand. You want to cover it up. Could I at least see the shots from the security camera? Maybe I can find something interesting.
Sure, they're on the table over there, but as I've said, they are worthless.
Zobaczmy zatem, co przedstawiają zdjęcia z kamery.
Photos from the security camera at the Hermitage.
Jest strażnik, sygnatura czasowa.
It's noon right now. It's normal that there are visitors in the museum. The guard is on duty here. There's nothing strange about that. The painting is not damaged at this point. The painting seems intact. There's something wrong with the time given here. The period covered seems too short. There's noise in this image, making parts of it distorted and difficult to see. It's not bad enough that it would conceal the guard's presence, though.
Okej.
The image is bad. I can't really comment on this. The painting seems...
Tak naprawdę mamy tylko i wyłącznie 2 zdjęcia.
An afternoon visitor in the museum. This is going nowhere.
Tutaj mamy godzinę 12:06. To jest godzina 12:05.
Have you found anything?
The photos from the cameras. Are you sure the technicians got everything?
They've given us all they have at the moment.
It's the only lead we have. There's something wrong with the guard's statement.
Your suspicions are no help at all. I need evidence. Get out of here. Come back when you find out something new.
Wydaje mi się, że powinniśmy cofnąć się do muzeum i porozmawiać ze strażnikiem. Może powinniśmy mu pokazać te zdjęcia. Albo znajdziemy coś w tych zdjęciach, które są w koszu na śmieci.
The photos littering the basket.
The one I saw in our car.
I repeat, I would like to know how it is possible that the ticket price has not been reduced.
Yes. Do you need something?
Well, not really. Thanks.
How come the guards didn't prevent the damage? It's what they're paid for.
Unfortunately, it isn't easy to watch.
These photos are evidence. I've got a lot of other things in my pocket.
The things you're paid for.
No dobra, czyli skoro nie mogę porozmawiać ze strażnikiem, nie mogę tutaj nic zrobić w tym muzeum,
How can I think of anything
Może powinienem cofnąć się do swojego domu i sprawdzić komputer. Brak nowych wiadomości. Z drugiej strony przyszła mi też taka myśl do głowy, skoro ciotka Lary przepowiada przyszłość, może mógłbym się jej zapytać, ona na pewno by wiedziała, co tam się wydarzyło w tym muzeum.
How's it going? Have you found anything new? Loads of things happened here.
What's happening? Are you angry?
Well, angry? No, I'm not angry. I'm not thrilled either. You wander off somewhere and just leave me here? How can I be helpful to you here?
Bądźmy nastawieni pozytywnie mimo wszystko.
Don't be upset. I'm glad you're here with me. Next time I work on something important, I'll definitely take you with me.
Nie chcę tutaj z młodszym bratem wpadać w jakieś konflikty rodzinne.
I'm not going to listen to her anymore. I don't need... These photos are evidence. I've got a lot of other things in my pocket that I can use. I don't need to note I don't need to...
No dobra. Andre, z którym porozmawiać nie mogę. O, mam jakąś zasłonę, którą mogę odsłonić. Co my tutaj mamy? Spray.
A can of green spray paint. It hasn't been used for a long time. The nozzle is blocked up. Well,
Spray trafił do mojego ekwipunku. Wychodzi na to, że będziemy coś malować, coś zaznaczali. No nie mam zielonego pojęcia, co robić dalej. Byłem w muzeum, byłem na policji, porozmawiałem z Ostankowiczem. Wzięliśmy zdjęcia, no bo... Chociaż jeszcze raz spróbuję z nim porozmawiać.
Yes, your end. Have you found...
I've searched the whole Hermitage. I haven't turned up anything new.
In that case, I've got a ticket straight to prison for you, Durand.
There was someone in the Hermitage that night. That's a lead.
I've heard more than enough about your mysterious, cowled strangers already.
And what about that Delaroche?
Yes, I'm interested in the painting. But cut out the rest of this nonsense. Stop chasing your hallucinations. Get out of here. Come back when you find out something new.
Okej. Nie wiem, wybrałem wszystkie możliwe opcje. Jakie będę miał zakończenie gry? Nie mam pojęcia, ale leży gazeta.
Well, what's new in Petersburg, besides killer monks and stolen paintings?
Którą mogłem zabrać?
Reading Russian is no problem for me. It says here that the local residents were disturbed by nocturnal activity of the police force at the Hermitage. Colonel Ostankovich, in charge of security at the Hermitage, told the journalists that there was no cause for alarm, stating that all that took place was a routine training exercise. According to the paper, next month the president is going to award Ostankovich a medal for his services for improving security at the Hermitage. The high unemployment rate threatens work on the restoration of the woods near Lake Baikal. The region is in serious ecological crisis. It says Colonel Ostankovich, according... The high unemployment rate threatens work on the restoration of the woods. Professor Komprenko sounds a warning that there is a direct relationship between global warming and the growing number of seismic shocks. Remember the tidal wave in Asia? It was caused by an earthquake of 8.9 degrees on the Richter scale, and the professor predicts more such catastrophes to come. I'll read the whole newspaper on the plane back to France. The sooner that happens, the better.
Yes, Durand. Do you need anything? Have you found anything?
The photos from the cameras. Are you sure the technicians got everything?
They've given us all they have at the moment.
It's the only lead we have.
Get out of...
Może faktycznie ja jeszcze wszystkiego nie przeanalizowałem na tych zdjęciach.
Photos. The painting is not that.
Aha, bo my mamy tutaj 3 zdjęcia.
There's something wrong with the time. The guard standing here. The painting is... The painting's now damaged. That thing on the floor below would be a...
Okej.
The guard wasn't there, and now here he is. That was probably the moment when he went to the restroom. Yes, that's it. This will surely convict him. The time when the guard was away is a bit too short for him to go to the restroom and make it back. He's involved in it. Either he damaged the paintings, or he pissed into the flower pots in the gallery. Did Ostenkovich really miss that?
No, mamy jakieś dowody.
I've looked at the images, and I've found something.
Really? Tell me.
One shot was taken before the painting was damaged, and the other one after. A guard is in both of them.
Well, that's nothing new. Just when the painting was vandalized, the guard was on the toilet. The culprit probably waited for him to leave, then damaged the painting.
I think the guard is lying. Only seconds pass between the first and the second shot where the painting is already damaged. The guard is in both of them. What's the probability that he went to the restroom and came back in seconds?
Damn it. You're right, Durand. How come nobody else noticed that? That guard could really help us move this case forward. I must admit that you surprised me. A lot. Go to the Hermitage now and try to get something out of that guard. You'll recognize him from the photographs we have from the recording. I want to know how he's involved.
No dobra, w takim razie cofnijmy się z powrotem i porozmawiajmy ze strażnikiem. Jestem ciekaw, co będzie miał na swoją obronę. No są to dowody już dosyć mocno obciążające. Nie ma go.
Damn it, I've gone through all the rooms and the guard's nowhere to be found. Ostenkovich should know about it. Colonel, the guard from the Hermitage has disappeared. Vanished into thin air.
I've just spoken to the agent. We're still waiting for the response of the critics. I think it was a success. Agreed. What do you think of Katarine's idea? For the new installation? Yes.
Czyli strażnik przy schodach.
Good morning, sir. Do you need something?
Good morning. Your colleague, the one who was here before you.
Yes, Ilya Fedorov. He isn't here, I'm afraid, but he might be back soon.
Why? What happened?
He had to leave. Said a doctor phoned him. Probably something to do with his daughter. Poor man.
With his daughter?
He's got a little girl. She's really sick, poor child. He thought it better to move her to his mother's, so the girl would have someone with her all the time.
And where does she live?
Old Mrs. Fedorov? On the Makarov embankment. There's a disco or something near there. You can't miss it. She complains about the noise constantly. But tell me, who are you? Why are you asking?
I'm just an acquaintance. Goodbye.
Rozumiem. Czyli obstawiam, że pojawiła się nowa lokacja na naszej mapie. Dokładnie. Jakiś pijaczek.
Listen, I'd just like to ask...
Where did we get ourselves? That's my question. Oh, they've got expensive cars and clothes. But people People should be important to them. That's civilization. The modern age.
I'm not quite sure I know what you're talking about.
I am saying that we no longer listen to each other. I know all the people around here. I know what they like, what dreams they have, yes, their troubles. And that's because I am interested. I am not robot in designer clothes.
Well, I'd better go now.
Grigor, policeman from house over there, abandoned by his wife. Bartender from club. She's rough, but she has her troubles too. The girl, being ill, from the 3rd floor would love to have a pet. And do you think they will buy it for her? Semyonov from the ground floor. He hasn't received his paycheck for 3 months. I know everything. That's because I'm interested in people. Perhaps I don't wear expensive clothes, but I like people.
That's really, really good of you. I'm sure we'll chat again later. Just another lost soul. It's sad what alcohol does to some people.
A czy coś znajdziemy w koszu na śmieci? Nie, nie jest interaktywny. W głąb osiedla, do bloku mieszkalnego. Zjedź windą. No nie, dopiero co wjechaliśmy windą na górę. O, hydrant.
I think there's some thinner there.
No dobra, wzięliśmy rozpuszczalnik. Mamy też farbę w sprayu. Może w jakiś sposób te dwa elementy będę mógł ze sobą połączyć.
An ordinary hydrant. It's hard to say if it works.
Ale widać, nie? Że typowa Rosja. Wszędzie butelki wódki.
Vodka. The Russian demon.
Kiedyś oglądałem taki dokument o Rosji, jak oni nie mieli dostępu do wódki, to potrafili pić właśnie jakieś takie rozpuszczalniki, jakieś takie chemikalia. Masakra.
Hello? Dad is at the museum and Granny has gone shopping. It's boring being home all alone, not even having a pet to play with.
Hi. I'm Max. What's your name?
Tanya. But I mustn't speak with strangers.
I'd just like to talk about your daddy. Tanya? Are you there?
W sumie to się w ogóle dziwię, że ona otworzyła nam drzwi.
I don't quite understand this. It says something about electricity supply. Tanya won't speak to me. I have to figure out how she will trust me. She talked about wanting a pet. Maybe this is a way.
Skąd zdobyć zwierzaka dla dziewczynki? Kompletnie nie mam pojęcia.
Tanya...
Muszę zjechać windą w dół, ale widziałem, że mogę iść jeszcze w głąb osiedla. To może tam coś znajdę. Jest graffiti. Do klubu.
Graffiti. Someone tried really hard to let everyone know who the boss is here. Interesting graffiti. This kind of thing does fascinate me. If it's... I'd like to teach that idiot inside a lesson, but the spray is dried up and is almost impossible to use.
No ale mamy rozpuszczalnik. Jeżeli byśmy rozpuszczalnik dolali do farby...
See? The thinner dissolved the paint, blocking the nozzle. It's too big. I can't wipe it away with the rest of the thinner in the can.
I cyk, za chwilę policja podjedzie, czy tam milicja i mnie aresztują. I zamiast pracować do Ostankowicza, to na pewno trafimy za kratki. Przecież to jest nielegalne, Max. Wszyscy na ciebie patrzą z okna.
Good. Now my tag is on top. Maxus eras hic fuit. I was here, Max. Someone will be very annoyed now.
Świetnie, jeszcze się podpisał.
Just get out of here. We're closed.
I see quite a lot of people are here after closing time.
Look, I haven't had a break for 20 hours, so leave me alone, will you? Without Victor, this shift is a real pisser. Victor would have thrown those pricks out long ago. Didn't you hear? Go home, we're closed.
Come on, Nada, give me another vodka. Don't spoil the fun, huh?
Just kiss my ass and get out. You still here? Great. The place full of idiots, and now we have a deaf one as well.
Bądźmy nastawieni pozytywnie.
Hey, what's with the attitude? What if I helped you?
I don't want to belittle your masculinity, but take a look around. You better go before you get hurt. I'll sort it out here myself.
I didn't mean violence. Persuasion is more my line.
I don't know where you come from, but this is Russia. So just go away. Victor will be here in a minute and he'll handle these clowns. You still here?
You could just switch off the music and the lights.
And then there would be a riot. They've been drinking since yesterday, especially the one with the crazy hair. He spray paints the whole area, like he's marking his territory.
The graffiti at the entrance is his work?
Yeah, his bloody signature. And he drags that smelly animal everywhere. He could at least clean out its box. It stinks like a monkey house here. Did you hear that? Go to hell with you stupid iguana.
Don't get so upset, Nada. Just pour me another one. Iggy and me have a terrible thirst.
Maybe I could help.
Forget it. Victor is the only person who can handle this.
Coś mi się wydaje, że my wyprzedziliśmy fakty. Zamalowaliśmy jego graffiti.
What do you want? Do you know who I am? Did you see the graffiti outside? It means this is my turf. Get it? It's mine. And where the hell's the beer?
And who's going to pay? Pay and you'll get it.
Horrible business. And why are you staring like that? Why don't you give me a smoke?
I don't have any cigarettes, kid. But that graffiti outside, that's your work, isn't it?
What about it? Don't like it? I don't give a damn. It's real art and the likes of you just don't get it.
It's just that someone sprayed over it. People just won't leave anything alone these days.
What? Which bastard? He'll pay dearly for that.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Who's going to pay your bill? Great. Well, at least he's gone for now.
To co, panienko, teraz ze mną porozmawiasz, czy wciąż będziesz niemiła?
So, Victor is still away?
Well, now that you got rid of that idiot, I don't need Victor. He can deal with the clown tomorrow if he likes. And I can easily handle the rest. Just deal with the box with the iguana and I'll be fine.
Jakim pudlem? My potrzebujemy zwierzątka. Czyli mamy skrzynię transportową.
I can hear some scratching coming from inside.
Nic nie widzę, ale obstawiam, że jest tam albo kot, albo pies. Dobra. Dziewczynka powiedziała, że chce mieć zwierzaka. Jak się denerwuje.
Luckily, the sprayer's gone. I don't know how I would explain taking his mascot away from the club.
Pewnie byśmy dostali w pierdziel, a jakby nas przeszukał i zobaczył, że mamy puszkę zielonej farby przy sobie, to już w ogóle byśmy dostali w dziób.
Tanya, I've got a present for you here. A pet.
Wow, a lizard. What's its name? Can I keep it?
Sure you can keep it. And you can give it any name you want to.
Daddy told me not to speak with strangers. They might take me on another trip, and that would make Daddy sad. But now that I know your name, you can't be a stranger, can you?
I know your daddy. What about your trip? Can you tell me about it?
2 men took me on a trip right after school. I spent 2 days on a farm. We went to the forest, fed the animals, and it was really good fun. Only I couldn't call Daddy because it was a secret trip, and if I called him, I would spoil the whole thing. But when they brought me back, Daddy was kind of sad, and he told me I had to be careful because they could have hurt me. But they were nice, and I don't think they would hurt anybody because they were so nice.
I see. Well, Daddy's right. You shouldn't go anywhere with strangers. Anyway, I'm off now.
Will you see Daddy?
Of course I'll talk to him.
Wait a minute, then tell him to come soon, and give him Katya, so he won't feel sad.
Sure, I'll give her to him, along with the message.
Dostaliśmy lalkę.
The doll for the guard from his daughter.
O, wygląda śmiesznie. Zobaczę, czy jeszcze raz będę mógł porozmawiać z pijaczkiem.
I think I can do without this man's company.
Okej. Strażnik przy schodach.
Do you need something?
Well, not really. Thanks.
Tak. Potrzebujemy twojej pomocy. Ale tutaj tej pomocy nie znajdę. Okej. Cofnijmy się zatem na milicję.
Yes, your end. What do you want?
I want to discuss something about last night.
If you can omit any references to mysterious cowled monks, go right ahead.
We need to ask Interpol for access to their database of experts specializing in 18th and 19th century paintings.
Are you crazy? The whole matter must remain secret.
It's very important.
I'll decide what's important, Durand. Why do you think I asked for you in the first place? You are an expert. You have your own resources. Use them.
But you won't listen to any of my advice.
Now, if that's all, you can go. You have work to do.
Oj, niełatwo mi się rozmawia z Ostankowiczem, niełatwo. No dobra, wrócimy jeszcze do swojego mieszkania, zobaczymy, czy tam coś się zmieniło i będziemy kończyć ten odcinek.
Young man, would you mind fetching my cup of coffee? It'll be on the kitchen worktop.
Czytaj wiadomości, zakończenie współpracy.
I'll write to her as soon as I have more information.
Słyszałeś, Andrii? Ciocia chce kubek z
We're in a
kawą.
real fix.
Thanks for telling me. I almost missed that.
What will we do? And don't try sending me home. Together, we have a better chance. You get that, don't you?
I know. Perhaps I do sometimes treat you as a 10-year-old, but I'm really glad you're here.
Jest kubek.
A samovar. A peculiar thing. I'm probably a...
Thank you. It's nice to have a guest here. Lara doesn't visit me very often. She's probably very busy in France.
I've got mail. When I've got a minute, I should read it. Good thing that Lara's aunt still has an old PC.
No i świetnie. Zatem spójrzmy na komputer.
This will definitely be interesting for Lara. I should write to her at once.
Dobra, okej, ale potem jesteśmy kwita. Słyszałem, dla kogo teraz pracujesz, więc nigdy więcej się ze mną nie kontaktuj. Co do hipotetycznych obrazów, jeśli są naprawdę cenne, potencjalny kupujący będzie chciał potwierdzić ich autentyczność. Jest były fałszerz, obsługujący najbogatszych nabywców. Jedyną rzecz, jaką o nim wiem, to to, że używa symbolu puszki Pandory jako swojego podpisu. Melvin. Napiszmy zatem do Lary.
Ostankowicz, what does he want this time?
The guard. We have him here, locked up like he should be.
Have you got any more news?
Come to my office. Right now, we can discuss it here.
No i dobrze. Ostankowicz zatrzymał strażnika. Będziemy mogli go prawdopodobnie przesłuchać. Ale moi drodzy, zrobimy to w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się. Hej!